Well, hi folks, and welcome back to my play-by-email game of Strategic Command versus the Taxman. So, let's see what Taxman did during his turn. Okay, looks like he's doing something in the mid-Atlantic. He's scouting around the coast more, desperately trying to find me. That's interesting. I wonder what he's thinking. Seeing as he won't have seen me, or he's seen some of my units, but yeah, not many. Well, I think that was Hungary joining the Axis. Yes, it was indeed. Hungary joins the Axis alliance. Woohoo! Okay, next up, destroys for bases agreement. HMS Montgomery commissioned at Scapa Flow. So he's got another destroyer there, at least one anyway. And Malta hinders Axis supply in the Med again. So yeah, okay, so no other significant events during his turn. Okay, interesting stuff. Let's see what's going on. We've got bad weather over the French coast here. Well, it looks like over all of France. The rain has moved down from Britain. Anyway, let's start off down here. And let's get little U-30 moving. So we're going to keep hugging the coastline. And yeah, the only way I can't go into the hex beside the port because that's actually into the port. So I have to go one away. And he's still surviving. It's going to take a few more turns, I think. Probably 2 more turns to get to port. It's certainly worth doing. Right, now onto the battle for destruction of the Royal Navy. Now, I think he seems to have stopped raiding this convoy, so he's moved the sub that was in this area away. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... What mode am I in? Yeah, it's in hunt mode, obviously. It's the only mode it can be in, I think. So I'm just going to start bringing this destroyer up. And out. Let's just see. I'm just going to stop there and come back to that. Now I'm going to use my subs, and I am going to go into hunt mode, and I'm going to go let's have a look up in this area. Kind of thinking I don't want to go necessarily right up against the coastline because then he'll see my unit. So actually I'm going to come over here first of all. So he's got nothing in that area, and then I'm going to come down here. Let's go into, has this one been, yep, there was one that had to be upgraded still, this one. Let's do that upgrade to advanced subs, just to make sure I don't accidentally move it. Okay, this is in hunt mode. And let's... yeah, I'm just wondering whether to explore the North Sea first. But I suspect he is maybe mid-Atlantic, I don't know. Let's do this. Come down here. And let's just bring it into port there. Okay, so nothing in the channel at the moment. In this sub, put it into hunt mode. And let's... yeah, he's going to see, yeah, I don't care if he sees me coming through. It comes through to here. We still found nothing. Ah. Goodness, what is an MT? It's a motor torpedo boat. And there's one of his subs. Okay. Let's try and get a destroyer over there. Blast, it can't reach it. Just not close enough. Now I can put it into cruise mode and that will bring it all the way over, but I can't then attack. So there's no point putting it into cruise mode to bring it over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring some of these a bit closer for next turn. So I'm going to bring this destroyer to here. I don't think any of these are going to be able to reach. Yeah, he's very, you know, he knows this game quite well. So he knows all of my fleet will likely have been up in this area. So I suspect he's moved them into the Atlantic and over to the western side of Britain. Maybe some in the Irish Sea and maybe around in this vicinity. I don't know, obviously. But what I need to do is to start bringing my vessels over to this area. So I'm actually going to go into cruise mode here. I'm going to bring a battleship into Calais. Going to bring a heavy cruiser down as well. Put that into cruise mode. Can I get it down to there? I can. I can even get it all the way down to Brest. Let's try and do that. Yeah, that's good. I'm going to bring this submarine out here, and I think I will just place it here as a kind of screen, I think. This heavy cruiser, I'm going to just do a bit of exploration up in this area. And I'm going to keep the destroyer with it. Got another sub. Which again, I think I'll put that into cruise mode, and I think I will move. I think I'm going to move that sub out to here again, just as a kind of screen, just to see if we can find anything. Yeah, nothing so far. Let's start moving these cruisers down into these ports here. So, no battle with the Royal Navy so far. I think I might just put a little bit of additional support up here. Yeah. Yeah, so I suspect he's going to go scouting with this sub, I think, next turn. Probably see some of my fleet in these ports, and then yeah, I don't know what he'll do, but he'll certainly be aware, I think, that I've moved some of my fleet down. But he's got a torpedo boat here. I can't do anything with my air power. Last turn I couldn't do anything over the British Isles because it was raining over there. Now it's raining over France and I can't use my air power again. I told you, winter is just a pain. A real pain. Okay, I think, is that all of my fleet? I think it is. Yep, that's the entirety of my fleet moved. I'm guessing that sub might be a bit vulnerable, and he may have more motor torpedo boats, because that's the thing, they don't have, you know, they've got quite a number of destroyers. Maybe he's going to bring a whole load of destroyers over. I'm hoping that the sub here will just keep diving. Fingers crossed, we shall see. Anyway, let's get back to the units in northern France. So I lost a good chunk of strength off of these air units with my reconnaissance over the UK last turn, so I'm gonna just have to strengthen them back up. Ouch. Yeah, I won't be doing that again in a hurry until I get these up to advanced aircraft level 2. Got some upgrades available for the tactical bombers. Naval weaponry, yes please. Let's get the reinforcements done first. So that we've got upgrades on some of the ground units still to do. Yeah, whether it's the right approach or not, I don't know, but I like to try and, because I don't, if you buy an anti-aircraft unit, it only protects the vicinity that that anti-aircraft unit is placed in. So I like to do the anti-aircraft research so I can actually give anti-aircraft capabilities to all of my ground units. I'm not going to do mobility on that just now. Too expensive. I think we're nearly there in terms of those upgrades. Now we can also upgrade the HQs for anti-aircraft defense. Again, I'm going to leave mobility off for now. Okay, so that's, I think, everything I really want to do in terms of that. Let's just kind of consolidate these units in this area a little bit more. As I say, I need to get my amphibious warfare going a bit further before I can consider an invasion of the UK. So I'm not going to fuss too much about the positioning of these units until we're a bit closer to doing that. Anyway, let's continue to move our units down to Yugoslavia. So I'm going to attack it. Well, certainly with the German unit, it's going to be a single panzer unit and 3 corps. But I also need an HQ. So how much is it to operate it down there? So that's 50. And it's with its current rate of movement, that's going to take about 3 or 4 turns. Let's see where we get to with the other units. Now we've got Hungary. I want to get the Hungarian units. They will need to be upgraded, and then I need to move them down to here. So that's obviously going to take a few turns. So let's do the upgrades first. Again, I'm not going to bother with mobility. Ouch. And that's that's it, gone already. I have no MPPs left. Okay, so we'll force march this Hungarian army across. Move the Hungarian HQ. So we'll need to do some further upgrades and reinforcements on those next turn. So it's going to take a good few turns to move the units across. So I may just have to wait. I don't think it's maybe necessarily worthwhile spending the money operating this. Besides, I don't have the MPPs this turn, so let's just move that HQ down. Let's have a quick look at the Eastern Front with the German units here. Now I want to continue moving these up. Going to put a couple of corps up in this area, but it needs to be within 10 hexes of Warsaw. So I've still got a little ways I can move them yet. And I'm just going to move these units across there for now. Okay. What have we got on these? Yeah, can't afford to do anything. Okay, I can do anti-aircraft on that one. We'll gradually nibble away at upgrading those as well. There's just never enough MPPs out there. Okay, let's get the Italians across. I'm going to get let's get the army down into Fiume. Fiume. Yeah, I guess that's maybe how it's pronounced. So let's just, we'll force march it there. Problem we've got here is we've got this mountainous region, which makes movement very difficult. Okay, so the Italians are nearly there, but it's going to take a few more turns for Germany and Hungary to be ready. And yeah, so might as well just start moving these units in Albania forward a little bit here. Yeah, we'll go up there. Okay, let's have a quick look at North Africa before we do the Italian fleet. Yeah, there's nothing really here to do, is there? I don't think we've got any upgrades or anything to do. Nope. So we've got 127 MPP for Italy. So let's do a little bit more exploration. I'm going to go into... let's just go into hunt mode. I don't believe I'm going to find anything. Ah, it's got a British unit there. It's handy to know. Another HQ. No fleet. Ah, there we go. Of course I take a hit. Why do I take a hit? Okay, he's put his fleet really far back here, and I don't know if I'm going to get over there. Oh, I think I might be able to. I can certainly get up to his light cruiser. I've got a heavy cruiser here. I just can't get to his battleship. So it's a case of, do I start taking significant numbers of my fleet over? But I don't know what he's got beyond here. And just taking out a light cruiser is really not going to do an enormous amount for me. I really would have liked to have been able to get just a little bit further around him. This is, again, very, very frustrating. Ah, okay. Kind of reluctant to just move some of these units over to here because I have no idea. If he's got a large fleet held back over here, he could just swamp them next turn and wipe some of my units out. I'm thinking I might just leave. I might just move the sub back, bring it back towards me by 1. Yeah, just taking out a light cruiser really isn't going to cut it. I'm going to take the risk, just move the sub back there, and I'm going to move these units forward so they are in a better position for next turn. And I think I'm going to stay away from Crete because that's not in my hands. I might actually bring them down to this area. Yeah. That's what I'm going to do. Kind of go with a screen of cruisers up front. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, that's it all. Yeah, kind of frustrating. I think I could easily have taken the light cruiser out, but it would have left. I wouldn't have been able to bring them all over, and I certainly don't want to bring them all over here until I've got a bit of a better idea of what's going on. This will allow me to most certainly swamp this area if I need to. So now I know he's got what units he's got over here. I could just take a risk. No, definitely not good. I will take damage regardless of what I do there. No point attacking. Now, it's the 25th of October. I've still got 2 months before the German Africa Corps come in. So I'm definitely not going to start attacking Egypt this turn. I'm just going to leave the Italian units where they are. He's got 2 British HQs down here. I suspect he's got a lot more units. Yeah, and he's certainly making sure I think he's looking to try and... He's certainly got a corps there, which will be entrenching. I'm surprised he hasn't got the army in there entrenching, but... Anyway, yeah, I think that's about all I can do for the Italians. Now, I do have 127 MPP left. And for the Italians, I had said before about kind of saving up my money for an HQ. If I just come out of there, I've got 1 HQ up, ready for the attack on Yugoslavia, and I've got another HQ down here. It's probably enough at the moment, I think. I think I can get away without another Italian HQ for quite some time. It's the research side of Italy that really concerns me. And I think we just really need to get more of the fundamentals in place. So we've got 125, so if we get one of the 125 research levels getting going. So production technology, that just reduces unit cost by 5%, which is a kind of nice to have, I think. Armored warfare provides tanks, heavy tanks and mech units with an extra strike. As well as, I think, boosting their morale. Now, we've only got 1 armor unit, but at the moment, there's only got 1 strike. Getting 2 strikes would be very beneficial. So I think I'll get... Oh, sorry, that's Germany. So I think I'm going to spend the money on research for armored warfare. Yep, so that's all we can do for Italy. That's it for Germany. That's it for Italy. Let's have a quick look at diplomacy. Now, I really would like to, at some point, spend some chits on Algeria because, as we saw last turn, if I can get Algeria or Vichy Algeria to join the Axis, then Germany will receive 2 battleships. That's big. They're 65% at the moment, so I really hope I can save up some MPPs in the coming turns to invest in diplomacy in that area. If I'd have known that earlier, I would have probably invested those in Algeria instead of Hungary and Romania as I did. Oh well, lessons learned. Okay, let's have a quick look at the production queue. We are in October 1940. We got a sub coming at the end of December, so we've looked at this before. So nothing coming for at least a few more turns. Well, I think that's about all I can do, folks. Let's hand it back to Taxman and let's end the turn there. Okay, President Franklin D. Roosevelt is re-elected with 55% of the vote. And that's it. Okay, Germany gets 539 MPP and Italy 105. Well, that's it, folks. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this series. Please give me a thumbs up. That really does help me in YouTube's rankings, so I would appreciate that. Subscribe and check out my Patreon page. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.